Hi, okay, on the other video on the channel, I've just touched base on cars that are already in Spain or were in Spain before Brexit. This video is about bringing your car into Spain when you're coming over here to live, and you're bringing it now after Brexit. So there's three main taxes. There's a whole host of other costs which I'll cover, but there's three main taxes. There is the import duty, 10%, the EVA, 21%, that's the VAT, and the emission taxes. Emission taxes are calculated on the size of the engine, the model of the car, how old the car is. So we get one of the most common questions that we get is, how much are the emission taxes? Can't you just give us a ballpark figure? And no, there's 20,000 cars, give or take, on the system, the Spanish system. We have to look at the taxes, decide the emission taxes, and then it's calculated on, you take X amount off for how old the car is, blah, 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 blah. So we can actually calculate these taxes, but we need information about the car to be able to do that. Now, if you're bringing your car over into Spain, and you are not becoming resident, all these taxes are going to apply. Now, bearing in mind that you probably need your headlights doing, a feature technica, an ITV, you're going into the realms of, unless the car has a threshold of no emissions and the car's not worth much. If it's worth a couple of grand in the UK, it can be worth it, because even paying the 31%, which is the EVA and the import duty, then it doesn't make it a massively expensive affair. But for any other cars, to be perfectly honest, you've probably got a situation where it's not worth bringing over unless you're actually taking residency. Now, if you're taking residency, you can waive the import duty and the IVA. You get a long time to do that, so that's not a kind of chaotic situation. You get over here, the car can be dealt with, a feature technica can be done, a DUA certificate can be issued, you can book the ITV, and while your residency application is going through, then we can get on with the actual car, and you get a lot of time after you've got your residency, so there's no panic with that to waive the import duty and the IVA. The reason being is you're bringing the car in as a personal item, basically. Now, the emissions used to be similar, however, now it's done within a 60-day period. You get 60 days from when you actually sign on the padron out here. And you need to sign on the padron to get the residency. So you need to time this, because the emission taxes could be anywhere from 0 to 10,000 euros. If you've got Porsche, Ferrari, etc. Even more in certain circumstances. And anywhere in between, so a gas guzzler, you could be looking at a couple of grand, etc. Now, if timed properly, and we do residency applications as well, so if you're becoming resident, we can actually deal with the residency. Non-lucrative visas, we can deal with those as well. We do property, but for the sake of this video, the cars, if we time it properly, we can often waive those emission taxes. So bring the car in as a personal item and done properly, you're going to have exactly the same scenario, give or take, that you had before we actually left the EU, the UK left the EU. So it can be worth it, but it needs to be done proper, and there are certain bits of information that you have to get from the UK before you arrive. And they are somewhat ridiculous, but they are things that you're supposed to do that a lot of people just don't. So we can advise that you need to get this bit of paper, that bit of paper, and this is what we use then to say, this is this is what they've named as a personal item. They did this before they left the UK, and this is why we're able to write off the taxes. So if done proper and if planned right, there's no reason that you can't write off emissions, EVA, and import duty, which makes bringing a UK car to Spain worthwhile, because second-hand cars here are absolutely ridiculous. The equivalent car, it's just crazy. It's crazy how they are here. So it is a worthwhile thing. The thing that we would always say, we have got clients in the UK now that are coming over in September that are paying deposits now, or holding deposit, and that is for us to ensure that as soon as they start to come over, number one, we will advise what we need to bring with, and number two, we will have everything ready for when they arrive, the DUA agent, the feature technica. We can even book the ITV in certain circumstances, or look to be booking the ITV before you actually arrive. So we would always request that you get in touch as soon as possible, because we are crazy busy, obviously because of Brexit and UK cars. So I will leave a link in the description to the website. I will also leave a link to Calendar, which is like a 15-minute chat, and we can either do that by phone or we can jump on a video call here, and you can tell us what you need. What you need, and we can tell you how to do that. And as I said, property mortgages, residency, non-lucrative visas, we do all of that at the same time that we do your card as well. We are based on the cost of household. It depends where you're going in the country as to what we can actually help with. So please get in touch.